TTOC President Brian Lewis says he's been hearing a lot about TNT's aspirations of qualifying for the February 2022 Winter Olympics in Beijing through a series of third parties. Mr. Lewis says it's inexplicable that the TTOC hasn't been involved in the conversation despite an almost unprecedented level of accessibility to the committee.
While noting the TTOC's sole and exclusive responsibility for administering this country's participation at Olympic Games, its president, Brian Lewis, appeared bemused by the approach to returning a TNT bobsled team to the Winter Olympics.
The time frame, from what I've heard, in terms of the efforts to qualify a Trinidad and Tobago bobsled team for the Winter Olympics, which is in February, is extremely tight. But as I said, in the absence of official communication as to how the plans to go about attempting to do this, again, we could just, meaning the Trinidad and Tobago Olympic Committee, we could just wait and see.
He says in speaking with the president of Jamaica's Bobsled and Skeleton Federation, they have identified the need to engage not just those with bobsled experience, but also former track athletes whose anaerobic power and speed make them ideal candidates to continue their athletic careers by hopping in the sled.
And what we would want in every effort going forward, and this is the model that Nelson Christian Stokes, the chair of the Jamaica Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation, has been discussing with us, is more sustainable. We will continue having that discussions and with the Jamaica Bobsleigh and Skeleton Federation, and working closely with them from not just a Trinidad and Tobago perspective, but a Caribbean perspective.
Mr. Lewis says the TTOC has always worked with those who desire to represent TNT internationally, most recently accommodating US-born Trinbagonian skier Abigail Vieira's participation at the Winter Youth Olympic Games in January 2020.
You know, what we are averse to is people using Trinidad and Tobago purely for personal gain. You know, at the end of the day, how does this help Trinidad and Tobago? How does it help motivate and inspire the youth and young people of Trinidad and Tobago?
Jovan Ravello, TTT Sport.